Yes, good evening to everybody. Welcome to the class of the moot court. And yesterday, up to the yesterday that I dealt the part A, what is the moot court. There I made the three propositions, and I dealt both the blue cover side as well as the red cover side for the both the moot propositions three in better manner. Now you tell me that what I wrote, what I posted on the screen. Anyone?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. No darkness can stop me achieving my goals. I will keep flowing always. Water.
So a man should be like a water because the no darkness or light can stop the water achieving its goal, and it will keep flowing always. So man should not be stagnant, and he should have to move with the change of the society as the change of the day to day life. He should have to mold himself or herself so that life become not miserable, life becomes easy. That's why the people say life is the question of adjustability and adaptability. So these are the things would be there. And then Lion, let us go to the point here. Yes, yeah. So if you happen to see the syllabus, this is the syllabus, and where the paper 4 consisting of the moot courts, observation of the trial, pre-trial preparations, and internship. These are the paper 4 in the final year. So the part A up to part A that I dealt it, and today class let we see the what are the part B. That is observation of the trials in two cases. That one is civil and another is criminal case that you have to write it. How means the total draft that you have to write it, how the civil case would be there, how the criminal case, what are the stages in it. These are the things that we will study in the part B. So in the part B, we will say the observation of the trials, and I will show you the model, one model, so that you could be easy for you to deal. See, naturally, this is the model where your college name and its emblem, then Kakate University, this is the cover page. Of course, I have taken the permission of the Aitagani Janardhan, then I do show him his thing. And at the time that I was guiding the thing, hence my name you could see over there. And later on, the declaration form was there, which is designed one by the Aitagani Janardhan himself, and he helped to so many people. So it is the hall ticket number and observation signed by the so-and-so person. Next, the principal or the faculty member that who would be there, then the university examiner. So now let us come to the district court judges. And this is the style of writing where the name of the judges, designations, and we should write first the principal district session judge who is the present over there. Next, then other additional district session judges. What are the write only the Khammam judges, Khammam court. So all the things, suppose if it is vacant, you have to write the vacant, and the senior civil court judge, junior civil court judges, and so on and so forth. When you come to the matter of these photographs are concerned, and first chief justice of the Telangana High Court, who is the Telangana High Court chief justice? Yes,
Hima Kohli, sir. Hima Kohli.
very good, very good. Then the administrative judges who are there at the time, there is the Khammam judge of the High Court of the state for the Khammam. Then the district and session judges. These are the photographs that would be made over there to have the a better outlook. Then introduction part is concerned. In the introduction, what you have to do is the court observation in first additional junior civil judge court Khammam. So where you have to make it out in which court that you are gone as a part of the observation trials, all the students have been instructed to observe the court proceeding from the 24th. Of course, the date will be given over there by your examiner and by your concerned faculty. And at least they say minimum 1 week or 10 days, 10 days minimum that the time would be given. So it is the 24th to 5th, it is nothing but 10 days, including the 24th and 5th. So each day that where you went over there that you have to write. On 24th, where you went. Two, we went to the court and seated in the additional junior civil judge court, Khammam, and the presiding officer is who is there, and the name should be given over there. Then you have to write yourself that so and so person, and here I have taken the Aitagani Janardhan's and the hall ticket number and attended the above mentioned court. So in the introduction, whatever which code that you are going over there, that should be mentioned over there with the date wise and time, and be punctual also. I have observed the court proceedings as follows. What are the court is going on over there? Suppose the virtual courts are there. Okay, you can see the virtual courts also because you can get the access. The district judge will give the access to you to observe the virtual courts because whenever you go to the court, you have to take the permission from the district judge, and that is a must. Suppose if the virtual court would be there, I'm sure that if the principal will write a letter to the district judge and he will give the permission and he will give the link and one could observe it in which court that you want to make it out. So in the date wise, that is we started 24th February and call for the exactly the call work would be there first. What is meant by call work? Yes.
No, sir. Pass on, sir.
Yeah. Call work in the sense, whatever the cases would be there on the day, they will pile up and they will say one I think he's a messenger or he's a something, but a court employee he will come out with the party's name Hazir Ho, he will cry it coming out of it. So that is the call work. Suppose if it is present over there, then he said yes, is the present, he will take it. Then the advocate also be present whether he wants to contest or whether he want to argue that case or not, which is almost all present that will be taken immediately. That is called call work. Of course, the call work because of the filing of the cases are very much naturally the call work take at least half an hour to 45 minutes. So that is a very headache work because that is the reason the judges number should be increased so that they do have the less time for the call work and more work they could spare it. I mean, more time they could spare it in the dealing the or disposal of the cases. Yes, that is called call work. Exactly started at the 10:30, but very punctual would be the court. No, we don't make it out 10:45. No, 10:30 means 10:30 only. 10:30 a.m. and it took more than 1 hour. He said at the time. I started the half an hour to 45 minutes, but it took the 1 hour as there are 85 different cases and some of the cases were kept for pass on. Some cases are will not be ready. They will keep it in a pass over according to the cause list means the cause list means the case list should be there. What are the cases posted in a particular day? Now because of the online, now you can also check it. What are the cases in a particular denominate? No, particular denomination of the court means the name of the court, the cause list would be there. The kind of the cases would on the day particular day be heard or undertaken. It will be given in the cause list. Then after the cases, chief examination and the cross examination as well as the examinations were taken place after 313 as 313 I don't know whether it is a section or some other thing. But anyway, the court proceedings will be undertaken and the and first because now you are in the final year. So first, what the examination will be there? It is the cross examination or chief examination or re-examination. Yes. What is the sequence?
Sir, first is the chief examination, sir.
Next,
Next is the cross examination, sir.
next.
Last is the re-examination, sir.
Yeah. I appreciate. So now the question comes over there. Court observation record. The first day we can make it out in the view of the court observation today. That is the so. So again, he has made it in a nutshell. What is the procedure would be there? What they did from morning 10:30 to till the end of the court. Of course, when the lunch hour is there, after lunch hour you have to write it. Then the break after the lunch hour. Then you can go have the lunch. Then afterwards again the resume after the lunch hour. From the lunch hour to the end of the session, it will be whatever the cases would be undertaken, how they will be undertaken. Everything should be recorded over there. That is called the court observation. And today the court work started because the same thing that we made the first work because there they have given the introduction, but here he has made. But light introduction you have to make it because it is one of the course curriculum. It is a must. It is a mandatory to go make the court observation because there is a marks for that one. And hence you have to write according to the syllabus of the so and so, so and so. It is a mandatory for the making the court observation. Hence we are making the court observation from the so and so date to so and so date. That is the introduction that you can make it out. Then the first day you can write it in the upper part of the heading. The first day, the date and month, and of course the day you write it, date, and preferably you can also write the day also. It is very good. And the time definitely that you will mention from time to time that what you observed in the court observation. So that same thing that he has written today, the court work started at the 10:30 a.m. and I observed total call after the call work proceedings is civil and criminal cases examination like the chief examination and cross examination and later the re-examination. The territorial jurisdiction for this honorable court is police station is the Khammam and one town because of the criminal cases it will be there which jurisdiction the cases should be there the one town or two town because they will give the different places one town this court will designated court will do it and two town three town particular court will deal the criminal cases are concerned. Yes, two town and so in civil cases jurisdiction is up to, so now you can make it a jurisdiction, you can ask any one of the advocate or the munshi and of course they will give you, of course in addition to that there is a court manual is there and there they will mention what would be the civil jurisdiction, especially for the pecuniary jurisdiction is concerned, how much worth of the subject matter of the cases will be dealt in a particular court. So that is called a
Pecuniary jurisdiction.
pecuniary jurisdiction that we can make it out in civil cases. So in the civil cases jurisdictions up to the that court is having at least one tenth, 100,000, 10,000 lakh means 3 lakhs. So that was the thing. In a criminal cases, punishment is up to 3 years. Up to 3 years, that court will having the jurisdiction to entertain the case because their punishment jurisdiction they will take it. Punishment measurement, the punishment scale they will take it. How many years that they can impose the punishment in a particular designated court. That is called the court jurisdiction in the criminal cases. In the civil cases, it is the worth of the case. So now, exactly by the 10:30 a.m., the bench was started. Suddenly, pin drop silence was there, observed in everyone's stands because, of course, I don't know what word that he will utter, Hoshiar or some word they will utter because before the judge will come, a magistrate. Because magistrate generally will say lower rank people, but generally now we are saying only the judge. Either we can say senior civil judge or junior civil judge. So our judges are civil and a session judge. So we will make it out judge the word is used over there instead of saying the magistrate. So now, of course, he will say something, then everybody will alert, and those who are sitting in the court, they should have to stand. Definitely, they have to stand. Of course, if the seniles are there, what is there? Senile, Senile. What it means?
No, sir.
You-
Pass on.
Yes, senile in the sense a person roughly crosses the octogenarian, 70 or more than 70, means 80 years old, they are called seniles. They could not stand over there. If they come in that way, okay, the exemption would be there for the people, those who are old aged. And of course, everybody would stand, including the advocates. Yeah. So once he sits over there on the chair, then only you have to supposed to sit. So that is the decorum of the court. One should have to apply approach. Of course, another decorum is whenever you are entering the court premises, not court premises, the court hall, you have to bow it yourself at the threshold, then you have to enter it. Suppose if you are coming out of the court, in particular court, at the end you have to stand up, whether the judge is looking at you or not, doesn't matter. Then you need to bow yourself, then come out of the room. That is the decorum will be observed without making any disturbance. Because the court proceedings are going on over there, of course you will be allowed to watch the court proceedings. Yes, because I think it is yesterday. Yeah, I will show you. In one of the case law, Justice O. Chinnappa Reddy has given such a judgment. When the court proceedings are there, you are allowed to watch the court proceedings. So that judgment, yeah, it is. Let me check it. List, list, list. person. Yeah, I'm checking for that. Different construction font size. Then granite has yes. Let me check whether it is here. No, this is in granites case. No. Justice O Chinnaparedi. Do you know that what is the O stands for? Chinnaparedi? Anyone?
No, sir. Awesome.
Because even myself also did not know, but I made a research, then I found it. Justice O Chinnaparedi means O means wanted do. ONTEDDU, wanted do. And Justice O Chinnaparedi is from the Gooty in the Andhra Pradesh. And of course, he is a very dynamic man. Also, there are many judgments should be there. In one of the case law that he said, yes, that people would be allowed to observe the court proceedings unless until the proceedings are it is camera proceedings. For instance, you take the rape cases are concerned, it will not be open to ask the everything in the court at the time the camera proceedings are there. Otherwise, it will be allowed, people are allowed to observe the court proceedings. That is very much clearly written over there. Yeah. So that was the thing. So pin drop silence is there. From there, the places and bows there and heads to the judge and call work job was started. See, and everybody bow their heads to the judge and the call work job was started. Of course, list of the cases on the day. Totally, what are the cases are there? There are 83 criminal cases are there and 13 civil cases are there. And 2 PRC cases. What is these PRC cases? Are called in the court out of them. Let me see what is the PRC because a type of the cases we studied. Uh, is it not? Type of the cases we studied. So let me see the what are the type of the cases. PRC. We will see that what is moot court and the type of the cases. Where we this tiger and the case description. Okay, cases. Let me type it so that we could know because I could not trace it out. Type of the case type. We can say case type, case, mutual consent, case, no. So let us type it, then we'll know it. What is PRC? P stand for, let us try it. What is the PRC cases? PRC cases. Provisions on case guidance. No. This is not PRC. Detailed implementing of the provisions. Supplementary of the police, judicial magistrate, and the court bound to commit the PRC case with 6 weeks. The case of the prosecution in brief, that FIR was filed. Now, what is PRC? That's what we want to say. Chinese PRC, guiding cases, no idea. Cases and guidance, guiding cases. Okay, let me check it. Then we will see what is PRC cases. PRC case in the Court of the Chief Justice, where the case of the prosecution cases are. Okay, PRC means prosecution cases, it seems. The case of the prosecution in brief, that the PRC, the FIR would be there. So that is a Chinese, no, it is PRC means prosecution cases, means criminal cases another. Okay, subject to the correction, PRC Supreme Court releases in inaugural annual. Additionally, PRC courts, PRC primary court, is it PRC? No. And PRCK, the Court of the Subdivisional Judicial Magistrate, this is also another point. Mahindra Tushuk, the case of the PRC case number, is this a registered case? Okay, subject to the correction that we will make it out. What exact the PRC? PRC means PR Act. Case type of the PRC means, let me see. Liars India. Yeah. It is, we got it. PRC law means the law administrative regulations, administrative rules, legal regulation, judicial interpretation, and other legal people's reproduction. Oh, not this is not the PRC case.
Sir, it
P-
might be PRL, sir.
is it PRL? Okay. What is meant by PRL?
No, sir. Principal, I think principal.
Acha, principal case. No. How do you make it out? No. For instance, you let me say, let me see the context again. The two PRC cases are called. Let me see. Okay, we'll make it later. Correct it. What is the PRC cases? Okay, now the civil cases. In the civil cases, OS is there. OS means original suit. These are all the original suit. Of course, very good. That number is there. 2016 case. That is the OS of 2017 and OS number of the 2014, 15, and means 6 years, 7 years cases also running now. So roughly 6 years. Then criminal calendar cases. CC means calendar cases. Means which is numbered, we can say the calendar cases. You see, 218, another is 216, 217, 218, CC 218, then DVC. Yes, what is DVC? Is it diverse case? Huh? Divisional? No, no, no. DVC. DVC case, primary registered. PRC cases. Primary registered cases. Primary registered cases called, that is the PRC cases. Then what is DVC? It's, diverse cases.
Domestic violence.
As a
Domestic violence.
domestic case, yes, yeah, you are right. Yes, yes. Now you are right. I appreciate, it. That's why I told you. Know sometimes I learn from you, and sometimes you learn from me, because this is a practical point of view is there. Unless we make the study, we don't know what is the DVC stands for. Yeah, domestic violence cases. The 2017, there 16, 18, 17, and 17. Then primary registered cases, that PRC cases 1995. So nature of the case is also very important. How many cases? And it's cases, the Motor Vehicle Act cases, MVC, Motor Vehicle Act, MVA, Motor Vehicle Act cases. Yes, MVA cases, PRC cases, DVC cases, and CC cases, OS cases. Of course, there is OP also there again. That is original petition. And then we see PRC cases where the numbering is given 2010. The court, in the court, Amina, what is Amina called all the cases? No, what is Amina? Not Amina. Amir? No. Anyway, that Amir, the person called all the cases in the call list. The person who calls such a, can you say Amin? Is Amin, actually, Amin means the primary person. Let us see that whatever the person that's who calling it, and call work job completed by the 11:30. So it took the 1 hour, because 10:30 the court opened, and up to call work it is took the 11:30 means 1 hour. Later the call work job was completed, and we have had some interaction with the honorable judges, and she complained the what is it, proceedings of the following the courtroom, and she advised to follow the senior counsel and argument, and explained about the showed her experiences how she became a judge. Of course, when you have an interaction with your there, of course they will give their own way that how they became a judge. They will make the narration, and what are the problems that faced by her in searching this position. Means in reaching this position, not searching the position, reaching this position. So there is an interaction between the judges should be there when you meet in chamber. Actually, when you meet in the chamber, it will be the interaction with them, and so that they. But when you meet on the bench, generally only the casework details will be talked over there and discussed over there. Later, after the lunch break, the arguments were started in different cases and adjourned to next day. So now the question comes over there. When you observe the court proceedings, how the courts, who are the witnesses came over there in the particular nature of the case. Suppose if the CC case is there, 2015, where the criminal case are there, accused is present, and judgment is pronounced in the open court. So whenever the judgment would be pronounced, and the party should be present, accused and their advocate, and everybody should be present over there when the judgment are pronounced. In the result, the accused is found guilty for the offense under section 294. Is it small b? I doubt. Okay, let us check it. 290T, 294, small b is there, 294. I doubt. Let me check this. 294 section of IPC. 294. Where it is gone? P294 B of IPC. Indian Penal Code. Indian Penal Code. Yeah. Let me see what is it. Yeah, small b is there. 294 and Class B, the Indian Penal Code, the sings, recite, or utters any obscene song, ballad, or words are near any public place shall be punished with the imprisonment of either description of for a term which may be extended to 3 months or with fine or with both. That is the 294 is there. So either a person sings or recites or utters or a obscene song, means filthy song, means bootu song, that is in Telugu, ballad or any other type of the poem or a song or uttering words near any public place, and that person should be punished with the imprisonment, and that is the punishment is 3 months and a fine also with both. That was the 294 small b, and let me see how it will be there. When the small b is there, yeah, the 294b in the Indian Penal Code, yeah, it is class B only. It is class B. Sir, why don't you say section B, sir? Sorry, subsection B. Why don't you say section? Yes.
Sir, if it is a number, we can call it as a subsection, sir. But
Mm-hmm.
it is a alphabet, no, sir. That's why we can call it as a class, sir.
Uh-huh. Is it so? There is a rule is there. See, whenever the clause is there, there should be some tail is there. Tail, IPC, there at. There is a tail is there. If the tail is not there, we can say subsection. If the tail is there, we can say it is a class. That we see it there act. Yeah, this is the 294. Then let us directly go to the 294. This 200 and 294. Yeah, we are coming. 294 IPC. Yeah. So in 292 and 293, 294. See, why don't you say it is class? See, this is the thing. See, there is a tail. If this tail is there, then any other thing comes, we can say it is a class. So 294 I've seen acts or songs. Whoever, comma, to the annoyance of others. See, A, B. So when the tail is written over there, we don't say it is a subsection, we will say only the class. So now, in one way, in another way, small abcd never would be subsections. This is another way also. So both the way we can make it out. But when you make it an equation, yeah, this is the right way to say. When there is a tail over there, and 294 is a section, and obscene acts and songs is it's the heading to the section. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is heading to the section, but there are some headings are there which is hung the number of sections, like offenses affecting the human body. It runs from 299 to some 340 or 342. The total offenses which is refers to the human body will come. There we can say that is a heading to the group of the sections. And here the tail is here, whoever to the annoyance of the others, then we say, at that instant we don't say subsection, we say only the class B. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is the way that we can make it out. Yeah, where we are, yes. He is a guilty if, what is this, the you virgulus
Intersections. Intersection.
undersection. Yeah, this is an abbreviation. Is it abbreviation? Because there is no capital letter, there is no small letters, then only the full stop. Then U oblique S, generally we can say it is the representation of the sign or symbol, and it is the acronym form. The 294B, 323, 506 of the IPC, accordingly, he convicted under section 255, that is and clause 2 of the CRPC also. So some of the punishments you can find the CRPC. In addition to that, that punishment also there in the IPC. So that is a CC case, means calendar case, and it is a criminal case. And who will argue on behalf of the state?
Sir, in district defense, sir, public prosecutor, sir.
Assistant public prosecutor, there are many, because public prosecutor is only one. There are many assistant public prosecutors are there in different courts, and they will argue the case on behalf of the court. Suppose if it is a criminal case, if it is a civil case, on behalf of the government, who will argue?
Defense,
Suppose
sir.
that
Defense
no, the
counsel.
defense is, suppose you are suing the state. So on behalf of the state, who will argue the case?
Same, sir. Public prosecutor.
No. Civil cases, public prosecutor may not ask. Government pleader, GP.
Yes, sir.
Who is the present GP in the Khammam at now?
Don't know, sir. Ask.
Tirishala Venkateshwar Rao, if I not be mistaken. And if I uttered his name very clearly. Okay, the GP will argue the cases over there. And yeah, see, I told you, whenever I say subject to the correction means there is a disclaimer clause. Are you following me? Yes?
Disclaimer clause.
You know what is a disclaim clause?
No, sir.
Disclaim clause అంటే అర్థము. Suppose in the brochure it is written, if the small children are there, quarter tablet. If the middle age of the so and so is half tablet. If it adult is there, full tablet. But still they will write the disclaimer clause. What they said, no, please consult your um, no. I will tell you that. He is a physician. Yeah. Please consult your physician, they will write. That is called disclaimer clause. Means, I told you in this way, but still you have to consult your physician how to use it. That is the disclaimer clause. And there is a disclaimer clause also there in the movies. You know, in the movie when it is shown on the theater, there is, they say, all the characters and in this movie are fictitious in nature. If any character is dead or alive, resemblance to anyone, it is merely a coincidence. Did you observe any time?
Yes, sir. Some movies like that only, sir.
Yeah, because there
True
the
story.
names, yeah, there the names are there, and characters are there. At that instance, somebody with the name and character is shown in different way, then naturally they will file a case. And we do have that a famous case law in this one. Yusupion versus MGM Brothers, MGM Motion Pictures. That case law we do have it. And that case law also shown over there that she is a princess will be shown as a loose woman, a whore. And she filed a case against the MGM. What is MGM?
No,
Pictures
sir.
Limited.
It's a Hollywood one, sir, but I don't know the full form.
Metro Goldie Mayer or Mayer Gold Metro, something like that. MGM Motion Pictures. MGM Motion Pictures Limited. Pictures Limited. Gemini Limited తెలుసు కదా Gemini Pictures. See, Metro Goldie One Mayer. Yeah, not Mayer Goldie One Metro. No. Metro, did you observe it? MGM. It is a company. AVV Productions. Have you heard? Telugu
Yes, sir.
movies.
AVM.
AVM Productions. So that is also one of the company, is it not? RK Films. Raj Kapoor. RK Films. So this is the Usurpian versus MGM pictures there. It is given because the characters which is shown is present over there, then they will file a case. That's why a disclaimer clause is put it over there. Even in the medicine also they will say, yes, consult your physician. They will write consult to your physician. That is the wording they use. So in the CC case accused the present examined under section 313 of the CRPC, in which accused leveled against his and what is leveled against him and explained for the which he pleaded not guilty and exported to the defense evidence. What expected or exported? No, this is guilty and I don't know, something was written. The defense evidence. So whatever that thing should be there. Yeah.
Reported.
Reported. Yeah. REPORT. Right, yes. Not guilty and reported to the defense evidence. And this is the way that you can. So another PRC, the primary registered case. So this is the 2010. The court, Amin. Oh, Amin means that person who calls it. And his name is Amin. The Amin called all the cases in the call list and called work job completed. This is the which the same day or second day. 11th later he called the work job was no. I think the day is changed. Huh? It is the second day. Whether let me check it because he
For every
forgotten to.
case, it is saying, sir.
Yeah.
For every case, is the same matter is writing, sir.
Are
There is
you
many
sure?
times.
uh, uh, no. Here the matter is different. That is, this is all the first day only it is happened. Let me check it the other day. So see, I am giving only the model to you. Yeah, that is all first day only. For each case they wrote it, but each case you need not to write it because each case he will not call it. Only once he will call it, and in the middle also he will call it. This case is going on, please come. Yeah, this case is going on, please come. Yes, he will call it. When the case is in progress, definitely he will call it. Otherwise, how could they know which case is going on? Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
And this also, yes, the court, I mean, called again the case and they should be present over their parties. Then after completing the hour later, then he will be again, the same thing is there, honorable judge, and he explained the proceedings to the following court and so. Uh, yeah. Because it is రిపీటెడ్ ఓవర్ దేర్ నో ప్రతిదానికి రిపీట్ చేసిన అవసరం లేదు ఎందుకంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఓన్లీ ద ఫస్ట్ టైం దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ బట్ లేటర్ ఆన్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఓన్లీ ద నేచర్ ఆఫ్ ది కేస్ అండ్ విచ్ ఇస్ ద కేస్ నెంబర్ అండ్ హూ ఆర్ ద పార్టీస్ ఓవర్ దేర్ and that thing and which jurisdiction it will come that is a one town, two town, three town. Suppose if the civil matter is concerned, what is the pecuniary jurisdiction you have to see it. So these are the things that you have to take into consideration while you are writing the court observations, and that is very much important. Of course, you may also write the court premises also. These court premises are very neat and clean. Even the hall also very neat and clean, and having the sufficient ventilation, and there would not be too much heat also there. And did you see any courtroom is in AC?
No, sir.
Even I think foreign countries are there. I believe they make it AC. Huh? But I saw the classrooms are AC. Where? Yes.
In my school also AC, sir. My Triveni school is AC, sir.
Mashallah. Classrooms.
Yes, sir.
Oh, appreciate. Is it a corporate school?
Yes, sir. It is going to be.
Okay, okay. Because in the university I saw it, in the AC rooms. Because I went to for the moot court, the University of Johannesburg, that is the South Africa, and there the classrooms are AC, and of course limited students classrooms are there. Limited, not 100, 200. No, the classroom consisting of not more than 40 or 60. So that was the thing. Okay, let us come to the point here. Again, accused is present, judgment is pronounced in the open court. No, no, no. What type of the judgment is there? What type of the nature of the question is there? What type of the judge will ask the accused? And what sections should we come over there? And who is the defense counsel? What he said. So actually, you have to write in a such a way that a running commentary is going on. Are you following me? Okay,
Yes,
just
sir.
a model I am giving you today. From tomorrow onwards, see, we cannot make it out because this is only you have to go and search it and you do it. That is only the thing. Because the court observation as well as the advocate's diary, this is all practically that you have to do it. And how you have to do it, of course, they will tell you also. Who the judge will tell, sorry, the advocate will tell you. Even the judge will take you, will give the lecture to you that in observation, what are the things should be observed in the court. Suppose, of course, the present DJ is very much academician, and he was very much interested in the delivering the lecture. And if the management or the principal or anyone who will ask, no, he will deliver it. But I heard it because I heard that he has given a number of seminar also in the workshops conducted in the district court. So anyway, that we have to try to utilize such a services man and a person, and that will be very much useful to the students because they will share their experiences and they will give you in a nutshell manner and within no time. So that is a very important factor. One should have to make it out. So from tomorrow onwards, this is no meaning of making like this lecture because today what I thought, no, at least I will give you a bird's eye view regarding the what is court observation. So each day that you are supposed to write in that 10 days you have to write it. Total 10 days. But one civil case also you have to write. One criminal case. That is also a must. So one civil case, one criminal case, you have to write it. How the civil case, what I say, how it is proceeded and how it is ended. You have to write one civil case. I am sure that here it is written. There is one summons and warrant case is given here, and bailable offences case is given, and one civil case, one criminal case in from beginning to the ending, how it will be there, the description and stages one has to write it. That is about the part B, that is the court observation. And next we will come to the point of the part C, and of course it is having the marks also there. And then it is there in the syllabus. Interview techniques. You have to take the interview with the client in the advocate's office. That is the pre-trial preparation internship diary. So how we can, when you file a case, what are the methods that you have to make it out? What are the things should be present over there when you are filing a civil case or a criminal case? So each student should observe the two interview sections. So they have to take the interview of the client. That is very much important. Still, the 5 minutes are left over there. Okay, no matter. By one it out. So you have to take the two clients' interviews, the question and answer, and you can ask your seniors, and they will guide you that how you should be taken, and what are the questions should be asked, what should not be asked. So that is also very good. etiquette for the people those who are asking such a question to the clients. And the legal aid office also we can go over there because the legal aid cases also comes. There you can see that how the cases will be dealt and how the diary they are maintaining it. And each student has to further observe the preparation of the document in the court papers. So when you are filing a case, either civil or criminal, what are the documents should be filed over there? Then the list of the document, the way that you have to make it out, even a judge of course, it's not the judge because it's the advocate. The advocate will make you to understand everything, including the advocate clerk. Also, he is also having the very good experiences over there, and he will also tell you what how you should have to proceed. And this shall be recorded in the diary, which will carry the 15 marks. So the diary shall exactly indicate the date on which the above observations were made, and they will be authenticated by the advocate concerned. And evaluation to the above diary shall be made to the committee, and this diary, of course, you have to go at least for 10 days for this one. Actually, this is a thing which is there in India, but in other places, no, it is 1 year. It is a 1 year course totally, like a house surgeonship. So that will be where 6 months would be the theory papers would be there, where you are being grilled, and the 6 months that you have to attach with the different courts, and where you have to act and you have to defend, you have to take the training under the judge or magistrate and the public prosecutor or the GP and whoever would be there dealing the cases. So the practicality is more there because it's a practical paper. In the last, there is a viva is there for 10 marks. So the Viva also they will ask you certain things, and there is a board would be there, and they will see that what are the things would be asked in the Viva. Suppose only the court observation they will ask, and BPC in the BPC, yes, drafting pleading only 10 marks would be there. That will be asked in the Viva, and even for the yeah, that is only the thing. For the ADR, there is no marks for the Viva. Yes. Oh, no, no, there is marks, I believe. No, only only submission marks, that is record marks are there. Those are the things would be observed. Yes, if anything that you would like to ask, you can ask. From tomorrow onwards, there is no class because there is because those are all other things are very much connected to the practicals, and just you can observe anybody's record so that you would know how
Thank you, sir.
it will be done.
Thank you,
So
sir.
you explain to each and everybody there is no class from tomorrow onwards because the three propositions which I did it, three more code in a detailed manner I did it, and
Thank you, sir.
that is all to me. So better you take it out, and this is the last class informed to everybody. And thanks a lot for the patience listening and participation. Thank you very much. With this, I will stop my today's class and have a good day and goodbye.